In terms of the final now, how do you expect Arsenal to play PSG?
Thierry?
Hey, listen, look, I woke up with a smile this morning. I said it, 20 years for us to go in our only second final. And then being in a situation to compete for the league, and it looks like we might. Again, I'll stay in my lane. But, it's 22 years in the league, 20 years to go back in the final. I woke up with a smile. I don't know. I would like to think, although we still didn't lose in Europe, we didn't concede a lot of goals. That counts for something. But Paris Saint-Germain will have the experience, obviously, of knowing what it is to win it. And when you cross that line, you don't have the fear of winning anymore. Sometimes the fear of winning, I always say, is bigger than the fear of losing. So hopefully we're going to go there, be brave, but we have to beat and battle against the champions. Mm-hmm. And that won't be easy. We know that.
Are you nervous?
I think, I'm usually okay, but I think I will be nervous in that final. Yes, I will be, because they're about to do something that I couldn't do myself. And because I'm an Arsenal fan, that's all you want. You want your team to win. I want to experience it. I didn't experience it as a player. The second thing I can experience it as is a fan. So hopefully it's gonna happen. But when you see the way Paris Saint-Germain played tonight, they can kill you in both styles. They can kill you on the ball, scoring more goals than you, and they can also neutralize you. And obviously it was 1-1 because Harry Kane scored. They can also beat you like that, although they didn't win on the game, but you understand what I'm saying. So they have everything that they need to have, but we've been pretty resilient, difficult to score against. We don't over-create, but when we do create, we end up putting the ball in the back of the net. So different style, if you can say. Let's see who's going to win that one.
How proud was you seeing the fans the way they were in that stadium last night?
Listen, I never saw the Emirates like that, or I didn't see Highbury like that in Europe. We have to be honest, and we all know you guys played in some big stadium that sometimes, as we call it in France, the 12th man, which is the crowd, will bring you places in Europe. But I have to say, when, and I'm sure it's the same way, I was happy for the Arsenal nation. I was happy for Mikel Arteta. I was happy for Bukayo Saka. I tried to make him talk yesterday, be emotional, but he went back into the seriousness. If you play, you're on the field, you're not going to start to talk about your struggle and everything, which I understand. I would have done the same thing, but because I'm here, I wanted to make people understand that it's not easy to be there. And I wanted to be there. Obviously, I had a job to do, but who was there? My kids. And for a very long time, those guys were looking at me and said, why did you do that to us, to support Arsenal? Why that? And I'm like, what do you mean, why that? You got to support your team. And for the first time yesterday, when I waited for them at breakfast, they came and they had a bigger smile than me. So amazing. I was like, you see, it can happen. Okay, we waited a long time. By the way, nothing still happened.
Right. Yeah.
Understand me well. Let's not, get too carried away. We are in the final. I'm over the moon about that. But then you don't want to lose the final, because I still have it here. I still have nightmares about it. And, so I'm sure you guys remember final that you lost. It's not easy to digest overall. But look, it looks like we are okay at the minute. Let's see what we're going to do against West Ham. But to see the joy on the face of my kids was priceless. Face, and he punished them, but it wasn't enough.
Harry Kane is one of those players I always feel sad for when you see him kind of miss out on a big opportunity, like going to the Champions League final like this. You too, obviously, Jamie.
Yeah, I do. And listen, football's a team game. And listen, I think on here we've all been fortunate to win trophies, but you need your teammates. You need help. You need to help them. They need to help you. But there's no doubt he's I think I said last week, he's one of the greatest players we've ever produced in England. But unfortunately, for one reason or another, he's never won the biggest trophy that you can win in club football. He played a final with Tottenham, which is almost a great achievement to get to the final with Tottenham, no disrespect. But you go to Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. And I think he's been in 2 semi-finals now. Or certainly a couple of years ago, one at Real Madrid, very unlucky.
World Cup final, Euro final.
Yeah, exactly. He just doesn't seem to have got across the line, and we all need a little bit of luck in certain games to do that. And I think he's been very unfortunate. And I actually was thinking today, with Arsenal going through, was it almost made for the first time he wins his first big trophy? That's against Arsenal, his biggest rivals, because they've probably always rammed that down his throat a little bit, haven't they? That rivalry. But no, listen. I think about this. when you think of great English strikers, you think of sort of Harry Kane, Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer. And Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer are probably similar in some ways, and they don't have the goal scoring record's amazing. As I said, probably England's 3 best strikers along with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney.
But trophies to go with it, but they always do their job and get the goals. And Harry Kane's the same. And I just hope he does do it. I do. He deserves it for what he's given to the game, not just in England, but for his country. And also going to Germany now, he's been a revelation, hasn't he?
Do you remember going into the Champions League final last season? I don't exactly remember how we thought, but I feel like PSG were probably favoured against Inter Milan, but I don't think anybody thought that we would see a 5-0 scoreline. Is there any chance that we could see PSG take apart Arsenal the way they did to Inter Milan? I'm just asking the question.
I think the issue.
Arsenal are just way too defensively stable. Yeah.
I think it's too strong defensively, too well organised. I don't ever see anybody taking Arsenal to the cleaners. They haven't lost a game in the Champions League. I mean, what an achievement that is. You know, you get to the final not losing a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Look, anything can happen. We've seen it. We've talked before when we're like, I didn't think that was going to happen. Or that's, you know. So Arsenal didn't concede a lot of goals. I said that again. It counts for something. You know, as you said, Jamie, you didn't lose in the Champions League, but you're playing the champion. You know, so it's, you know, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to talk too much about it. They have the experience of winning it. You don't, but you're going to have to at one point have that experience of winning it. I just hope it's going to happen now. But who knows? I don't want to talk too much. Let's see. I'm going to be nervous on the day, as you know. I don't usually get nervous, but that's a special one. So
stay in your lane.
No, this one I'll step out of mine and I'll be nervous.
Will you wear an Arsenal shirt underneath the shirt and just kind of?
Oh yeah.
It would be a nice idea, wouldn't it?
Oh, but if you know, like I said, like I would rather wear a tracksuit but you know, apparently if you don't wear a suit, people don't listen to you.
Would you rather come here in a tracksuit every week?
Hell yeah!
Oh wow!
Come on, like I always say, you don't go about it. It's about what you say, not what you wear. So if I could wear an Arsenal shirt, I would wear an Arsenal shirt. Yeah, that's for sure.